Thank you very much, Ted.
Yes.
So, welcome in Roma, and it's a very, very great surprise that you are here, the original one, and I think the only one.
I pull upon my own background. I was born and raised in a very small town in Texas. I studied the Bible as a child. I was more interested in the Bible than I was in my school work because I loved the stories. So by the time I was about 7 or 8 years old, my minister at my church was asking me to speak to even younger children to tell them the stories so that it came from a child as opposed to an adult, you see, because they knew I knew the stories well. So my early childhood, I was telling the stories of Jesus from the scriptures, from the first 4 books of the New Testament. And as I grew and felt so good about that, the human element of Jesus, and then this story came along where Tim Rice and Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote the piece so that it would look at Jesus through the eyes of his friends in the last 7 days of his life before crucifixion.
Yes.
And so he was surrounded by his friends and enemies, if you will, all of whom they saw him as a man. They knew he was a wise, outspoken human being, a person. So what happens in this piece is the songs that we get to sing are expressed from a human reality, not challenging the deity, absolutely accepting Jesus as the Son of God, as the deity, but no one knew that at the time until after the crucifixion.
Yeah.
Our story ends at the crucifixion. It doesn't go to resurrection and onward, you see. So it's all about how people perceived Jesus as a man, an outspoken man who talked of peace. No war, peace, understanding, communication, everyone feeling that spiritual connection.
Soul.
Yes, the soul of society through the eyes of Jesus, the man, Jesus. I think that the essence of Jesus, the spirit of Jesus, will always be the same. No matter how many millions of years we may go through, it will still be the same, you see. So I feel that each time I get to do it, I learn something new.
Yeah.
With wisdom comes education, if you will, comes experience, and each performance has more of that in it, and I'm more comfortable in the character. And also the help of the people in each cast give me new things to work with.
So the group makes the difference.
Oh, yes. Always makes it new and fresh for me. Plus, every year there's new research that comes from the Dead Sea Scrolls or from the Gnostic Gospels or from the Gospel according to Mary or educators who go all over the world researching what went on in the Sinai Desert in that period of time. So I study that and I learn more about each apostle and how they were interwoven with Jesus and Mary and Peter and Simon and Judas and all that. So all of that knowledge comes into being able to play this role. It's the same songs, the same words we speak, but there's much more, as they say, backstory for the character.
So it's the way in which you increase, and it's about your story as well, because in this way I think you increase as well the way in which you act every day.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, this experience has entirely changed my life, completely changed my life. When we got to go to Israel to shoot the film, Norman Jewison, who directed the picture, could have shot the movie in any desert in America, Canada, anywhere, but he wanted us all to be in Israel so that we could feel that spiritual connection right there on the ground upon which we were walking. Jesus walked there too. See, so I am overwhelmed continually by the fact that people come up to me in the street and tell me stories of how their lives have been influenced positively by the film, by this film and this story and this magical rock opera.
Yes, it is. And let me know your experience here in Rome with an Italian production. How is it?
Unbelievable, unbelievably beautiful. I'm the only American in the cast, in the whole company.
Are.
Yes. Everyone speaks Italian but me, but they are all singing in English.
Yeah.
for me, you see. And they're singing, their pronunciation is wonderful. They sing the songs beautifully, and yet they may not understand what they're saying, but they know the spiritual connection. We feel that every day. Every day it gets stronger and stronger, you see. And Massimo Pioaro, our director, magnificent.
Fantastic.
Oh, he's wonderful. Everybody in the cast is wonderful. So for me, to be able to be in Rome, to see all of Rome, to see all the history that's here, to know that the Pope is just down the street. I'm this close to the new Pope, and I would anything to be able to say hello to him. I hope it happens while I'm here.
I think that.
I hope
probably it will be possible. He's so friendly.
I hope he will be all right with what I do. I hope it meets with his approval.
Thank you very much, Ted.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.